We are live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Vancity Beats, Eats, and More with the one and only Momo. If y'all don't know, this is one of our dear friends, amazing dancer, a mom, and just an athlete, really, Momo. Especially after yesterday's class, we will get into that. But my name is Kazi. We are recording this episode live right now on the unceded ancestral lands of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish First Nations, what we colonially know as Vancouver, BC, and what we call Vancity. Today's episode is episode 36.
Wow.
For season 2, which actually Momo and I just did the math before we went live, and I think this is our 70th episode in total. So if you're just tuning in and learning about our show, we have been doing interviews with Vancouver's creative scene, artists, musicians, dancers, chefs, and on this episode, we wanted to cook some sushi with Momo.
Hey.
Yes. Once again, like I mentioned, Momo is an incredible dancer. A lot of people in our street dance community know her as a B-girl, house dancer, locker. I mean, she studied so many different street styles, and she's learned, and is part of Diamonds in the Rough crew, Queen's crew, Hoodz crew. And so, yeah, I'm so stoked, Momo, that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm hot. I literally just started sweating just now because we closed all the windows to block out noise. But yeah, I actually realized when I was putting together the idea of what we're going to make that I actually don't have a lot of experience with cooking Japanese food. And the biggest thing I was worried about was will I get the rice right? So yeah, if you tuned into our stories earlier, you'll see that when it came to making the rice, we're using special Japanese rice that is for sushi, and that after you cook it, you actually sweeten it or season it, dress it with rice vinegar and sugar. And so yeah, I actually put a little bit of maple syrup. Oops, that's the Japanese Canadian version.
Hey.
And so for ingredients, we have cucumber. Maybe, Momo, can you share the Japanese word version of these ingredients?
Cucumber is kyuri.
Ooh, kyuli?
Kyuri.
Kyuli. Avocado.
Avocado.
Tofu, marinated tofu.
Tofu.
Tofu. And tempura yams.
Oh, yam. Yamuimo.
Yam, what?
Yamuimo. Imo is a potato.
And I already made some goma'ae.
Ooh.
I was learning, I was practicing. Goma'ae.
Yes.
And then Momo actually brought us some freeze-dried miso soup, different flavors. It came from a tiny little box thing, a square thing, and out came whole eggplants.
Fried eggplants. And then you got tofu?
I got tofu. I was originally doing this with a spoon, and then Mom was like, I'm using chopsticks. I'm like, yeah, just joking. I'm using chopsticks too. That's the way. So, Momo, can we show me how you make sushi?
Okay. So, we have a different kind of sushi. The rolls, we call maki.
Yes.
We use these specific maki tool. And let's start from maki.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard something like you put the shiny side down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shiny side down, so it can be shiny in the end.
Big shout outs to Fujiya. That's where I bought the ingredients.
I use that place
A lot.
a lot. Fujiya,
Yeah.
Kim Smart,
Oh,
Sakuraya,
yeah.
Convenia, and TNT. TNT has everything.
Yes.
So we're gonna put some rice.
Yes.
Not too much. Usually we split. I'm not the specialist, so I'm just like a homemade sushi.
Yeah, the best kind.
Yeah.
You make it for your family. Big shout outs to Haruto.
So
Yeah.
usually this roll we don't use at home too much.
Yeah.
We use futomaki, which is the big roll. There's some maybe 7 or 6 ingredients in it.
Yeah.
Those are for a celebration, like a New Year, Yeah, it's like an entrance to the school. That's like the celebration. Maybe we can put a little more. So this is maki. There is a corn that's like a more homemade.
Yeah.
With more cone shape, like the triangle shape.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that later.
Yes. What are some of the favorite dishes that Haruto has that you make?
I make gyoza.
Oh yeah.
We call this one saburo, which is minced meat and eggs, minced egg. So we call like a two-colored donburi.
Yeah.
So we put those on the top of the rice.
Yes.
And it's a yellow and a brown. And sometimes we put the spinach, so it goes like a three-color donburi. So these one calls
The donburi is
saburo.
like the rice bowl, right?
He likes that one.
Yeah.
We use a lot of minchi because it's easier.
Yeah. What's the minchi?
The meat.
Oh, okay.
You call minchi, right?
Or maybe minced? Are you trying to say
Oh,
minced?
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we call minchi. Anyways, okay.
Yeah.
So I split it.
Yeah.
And then we roll from here.
Yeah.
But then in the end, we need some.
Space here at the end.
Yeah, but then like a little.
Rice to help it stick?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Really good.
Perfect.
What do you want?
Ooh, okay. Let's do that one. Is it that right? I just put it there?
Yeah.
Um,
You can
and
put another one, maybe.
yeah, let's do sweet potato. Let's do avocado.
Yeah.
Yum. Oh my gosh. My favorite usually of sushi is to do spicy tuna or spicy salmon, but I was nervous to work with raw fish if I've never done it.
I love raw fish.
Yeah, of course, you're Japanese.
So,
Yeah.
here.
Well, do you think that's good? Should we do cucumber or just
No, it's
keep
good.
it simple?
Just keep it simple.
Okay.
Because it's, so we coming roll here.
Yeah.
One roll.
Yeah.
We stop right here.
Yeah.
And then we squish. So we shape. And then, oh my god, it's messy, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just a home.
We're not sushi chefs. We're at-home chefs here, okay?
But then
Yeah.
we do squish and then keep rolling.
Yeah.
And then in the end we go squish.
Ooh.
And I hope it looks good. Okay, it's not bad.
There's a little bit of a dent here, but whatever. Okay, should we wait to cut it and like leave it and then do another one or something?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. We'll
Do you
we'll
wanna-
save to cut for the. I want to try now.
Okay. I also bought the Japanese seaweed,
Yes.
which is
Straight from your mom when she came. She's still here visiting, right?
yeah, she's here for 2 months.
Yeah.
I have the project. I was in France for 2 weeks for creation.
Yeah.
She's a contemporary choreographer.
Yes. So, yeah, because like, I mean, I've known you, Momo, for a really long time now. Pretty much ever since I first moved to Vancouver from the East Coast. You were one of my first friends here.
True.
I was dating a b-boy at the time, which is why we know each other, the breaking world.
Yes, I used to treat him. His shoulder. I fixed his shoulder. He's like, I could do hair flare now. I'm like, that's good.
So, okay, I have to do it all the way to this edge,
Yeah.
the rice.
But you can go thinner.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was actually telling Vanessa about, you know, how we first met and know each other.
Where did we met?
Well, it's probably Robson Square, to be honest. Like going out to
Oh, just coming to the practice.
coming to the
I
practice.
remember we
or
went
a battle.
to Goo. It's Harahari now, but it used to be Goo Garden.
Goo Garden.
We always there after the practice.
Yes. Well, my significant memory with you and how we bonded was because we went down to Seattle to go, for a battle with your other crew, Hoodz Crew.
Yeah.
And
was it the Massive Monkeys Day?
I don't think so. I think it was something else. Or no, you're right.
That was.
Massive Monkeys Day.
'Cause
And
like
then you and I were the only women. So we instantly bonded with one another.
And then we had Arthur and Jan.
Yes, Arthur was there.
And the Jay.
J-Bugs.
Wow. That's crazy.
Throwback memory. I have pictures of us
Holy
like eating cookies in Tacoma and hanging out with these guys, the Hoodz Crew.
That was
Shout
fun,
out.
That was fun. Wow.
That was such a fun time. But yeah, anyway, blah, blah, blah. I've known you for such a long time. And I obviously have like had you involved in so many of my different events. So I'm quite familiar with your bio. That you are ballerina, contemporary dancer turned B-girl. For you know, the people who don't know much about you, how did you first see breaking and then wanted to try it, especially coming from that dance background?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, and then you put...
Oh, a little bit of rice on the edge.
So, when I first see breaking was the freshman
Year
event.
Oh, okay.
In
At school.
University.
Yeah.
So, I was in... how do I call this? I was in a university, but that university was the famous team they graduated was the Breakers.
Okay.
That's like they made it a final in a battle of the year.
Okay.
I think that was 2000.
Okay.
So the Japan was making history, and then those are from Waseda University. So
Right.
I was a freshman of Waseda University.
Yeah.
And then I was just walking around, and then people just like, you know, do that stuff. And then I saw someone was doing hand hop with the music.
What is hand hop for anyone who doesn't know?
It's like,
Being on the ground.
yeah, it's like upside down and then hopping.
Yeah.
With the music. And I was like so amazed. I was like, whoa, human body could do this way, and then having fun. And because
I don't know if I'm doing this right.
no, it's good.
Okay,
a little more, a little more. You have
Okay.
to roll a little more in, and then you go
Squish, squish, squish.
There you go.
Momo's words are gonna be stuck in my head. Squish, squish.
And there you go, and then again. Squish.
I mean, at the end of the
think
day,
you're
we're
good.
just gonna eat it, right?
You're better than me. I think you look good. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So, ooh, good, nice.
So, yes.
There's like a dancing club which is called Waseda University Breakers. We call it WUB, Distinguished Waseda Breakers.
Okay.
So it was like a dancing club at the university, but there's so many ton of the dancers. Breakers is like, I remember it's like 100 students. Because you don't have to be a student. You could actually come in if you're interested in from other university. And we have some high school students too to just join in. So breakers like maybe 100, house dancers to 30 just for the freshmen.
Yeah.
So we have older students who teach or share some stuff. And then we actually did on concrete.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was like outside of the campus.
Yeah.
So we never had a studio back in the day. So I started from the asphalt. We put in the Murray. It's like the
Marley floor, like the ones that.
just like this.
Yeah.
And then it's called cipher. So if you're not good at it yet, you have to practice on the asphalt because those are for the older people, or if you're already good at to showing to the cipher coming in.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at. I wasn't good at yet.
Yeah.
But that's what I started. Yeah.
Wow. And then, like, from there, how did breaking really start to become more a part of your life?
Good question.
Yeah.
So I actually started breaking and house dance together.
Oh, okay.
Somehow, I didn't like the top block, what they were doing. I'm not saying I don't like the top block, but I think they were not good at top block as much as their footwork or for work.
By they, you mean who?
My older students.
Okay.
They look like this.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. I also got a little intense. I got scared how they are involved with the people.
Okay.
Because house dance is very welcoming, and then those people are very welcoming. Hey, do you want to practice together? Versus b-boy is like, you don't talk other people unless you're good, or like, oh, if you come in every day, I respect you. Or like, you know, you have like some intense feeling. So I was a little shy. I was really passionate about the movement or performance, performing arts. But at the same time, I didn't know how to get involved in to like to the male, community too much.
Yeah.
They were nice though. They were nice because I was a girl. But at the
Right.
same time, I didn't like they're treating as a girl too much.
Oh yeah, the b-boys.
Yeah, but
Right.
then the same grade students, sometimes they don't like it because you get,
People have like pride.
yeah, I don't know. But anyways, there's so much ego going on for some people. But over that, I just like the house dancing feeling. They look more free.
Yes.
So for the 2 years, I was doing more house dance.
Wow.
So for the show, we have like the big show once a year.
Yeah.
We only had to pick one because there's so many people, you can't go multiple. So for the first 2 years, I just pick house. But then I was practicing breaking in a university. Also, I had a place outside of university. It called the Yasuda Kasai building. That's like there's like a tall building in Shinjuku, and then we practice outside of the like a alley-ish.
Yeah. Is Shinjuku a neighborhood in Tokyo?
It's a center. Not the close to the Tokyo station, but it's like a close to Shibuya,
Okay.
Ikebukuro. It's like a center of the city. It's like a Shinjuku. It's like business building.
Got
around.
it.
But one of the building, they let us use as a dance spot, like a Robson Square.
Amazing.
So that was like a 24/7 open.
Yeah.
Somehow I met those people outside the university. So I was practicing breaking outside more.
Yeah.
And I was doing house in a university. But of course, when I practice, I do breaking in the house,
Yes.
at the university too. So they are familiar. I'm doing breaking and I'm pretty okay. But then at the third grade, we have like some drinking party or something.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys, he's very shy. Usually he was drunk. And then he's like, hey, are you serious about the breaking? It's like, if you think you're just taking advantage being bigger, you get easy plops, blah, blah, blah. I don't like it. And I was like, that moment I was like, I didn't take advantage. I just don't want to do breaking. I didn't want to do too much breaking to commit in that grade.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I gotta beat you. I didn't say it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go straight to like a breaking scene and then make not all style, but it's like a bigger b-boy battle to beat everyone to show I'm not joking around my breaking passion.
Yeah, and that you're not here for the easy props.
Yeah, exactly. Because in Tokyo, so I'm from Tokyo, which is other side of west side. Osaka has more beggars. Tokyo side, we didn't have a lot of beggars, so we easy to get easy plops. It's not from my mentality, but it's like other people get, because we have less beggars. They don't see a lot of beggars back in the day. So me and my partner Yuri, we are technically two beggars for the battling. We have other beggars to the showcase and stuff, but we are only two. So, but then, I started showing I'm very serious.
Yes.
And I started entering more b-boy battle, bigger battle, and I won the student battle, I think in September or something that year, the third year.
Of 2000.
Yeah, I beat it. All of my students were friends.
Yeah.
One of the guy who I against to the final, he was teasing me. I don't know how I'm gonna against you.
Yeah.
Am I gonna smash you like a 3-2-1, 3-0 boat, or like go to like a closer 2-1? He was like trying to like teasing me.
Yeah.
And then he lost. He's a good friend of me, so I'm not saying. But it's like I had the mentality. I don't like losing.
Yes.
I'm not trying to hit other people.
Yeah.
I get pretty aggressive when people come into aggressive. I'm very calm. I'm like understanding other people. But if you come in like this to try to trick me,
you step up to the plate. I mean, for anyone who's never really seen a breaking battle, like part of it is, and a big part of it is the mental game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like to psych the other person out, and people will have different tactics for that, right? Like it's just like also playing street ball. You have the guy who's just like talking so much smack, just trying to get in your head, like pointing out things about yourself to make you feel insecure. And then you have also, to me, what I find the most intimidating and scary is the ones who say nothing and is the quiet storm. You know? Yeah. That's when you know you're like, oh man, I would be scared. Like, I feel like I've had those moments where I've seen you battling someone else and I felt for that other person where I was like, I'd be scared if I were you. Like, So this competitive energy and stuff that you have within you, like, were you playing or doing competitive sports or something else in your younger years? Or like, where does that competition drive come from for you?
I don't know. I think I was born as I didn't like lose anyways. Not to other people, but it's like I didn't want to give up. Usually I don't want to give up things. Also, when I was in the breaking scene, one of the guy, he's very famous, so I'm just going to say his name, Katsu from Zulu Kings.
Oh, wow.
From Japan.
Yeah.
He was the only one who was going to abroad back in the day, so I had to ask some question because sometimes my round was very happy, too happy.
Right.
It's like I have the passion, but it's like I go like house top and then go do my stuff here, and that's it. And then when he was a judge, I think I made it, I don't know, top 4 or something. So I wanted to ask a question to him because I wanted to battle other country or, you know, internationally, or like I just wanted to be better. When I asked him like what I am missing or what do you think about my dance, he said, you need a heat. Sorry. You need a fire. If you really want to win or if you really don't want to lose, you have to have a fire towards the opponent. So
none of this happy. We're not at a party.
You can be happy, but you have to be towards. You're not dancing by yourself. I told so many people, all-style people, when it comes to battle, you don't dance like this. You have an opponent. If you want to dance like this, just go to the showcase. If you want to dance like this, just go to the cypher or just do your, you know, at the, So it's a platform called battling.
Yes.
You have opponent. You don't have to fire all the time, but as your own way, you have to show I'm dancing towards you. You know, so I learned from him. I had a long journey to figure it out because I actually thought that fire thing has to be aggressive. And I was doing that maybe for a couple of years and then find this is not my thing. It's fighting very aggressively to like not faking it, but it's like trying to like pulling out my angerness. Or, I think some people do that still because if maybe they're holding it and then trying to like release,
right?
Which is good, but for me it didn't work. But it doesn't mean I'm okay to lose. So this is me. I'm here to represent. Yeah, that's status. But it went a long journey.
It was a journey to find how to
battle,
but
express.
Yeah, and battle from a place where it's not just always aggression full on.
Exactly.
But it is a fire directed towards your opponent. Yeah. I see that. Okay, look at this sushi. Okay. We should try.
Can I make the corn one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I feel, do you mind to pass the soy sauce here?
Oh, yes.
I had some sesame seeds out. I don't know if it's like a sprinkle situation or,
you can put
does it matter?
on the top of the sushi if you want to. So the corn. In my house, we use this little one, but I think I checked the YouTube. Global one is going to be half. So I make both of them.
Yeah. I'm going to go in and try this first bite.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe I should do that too. Okay. Oh, here.
Yummy! The tempura. And this tempura, I used rice flour instead. Gluten-free.
Nice. Yeah, I think rice flour is getting popular. My friend used rice flour to make bread.
Oh, yeah. It's yummy. So you moved to Vancouver, what year was that?
2011.
Okay.
Right after the Olympic.
Oh, the
I
2010
missed.
Olympics.
Yeah, I missed
Okay,
that one.
and then why did you choose Vancouver? And that's your first time leaving Japan, right? Like,
So,
Yeah.
I came here as a massage therapist.
that's right. If anyone
I-
needs a shiatsu massage therapist.
Yeah, so I have an intern at the shiatsu massage company. That's the reason why I came here. I got the national license in Japan for massage, shiatsu, acupuncture, and expression. So, yeah. But then from young age, I wanted to go abroad to study English. I was really interested in, but I have 5 siblings, and it was really hard to, be the exchange student or whatever to cost money.
Yep.
So when I found this hunting job, I thought that was perfect. I can learn English, and
Do your schooling.
yeah. And then I asked one of the guy, I don't know if you know him, B-Boy Makun.
No.
He was here before.
Yeah.
Also Ayumi, bigger Ayumi, she started breaking here. So I was a friend with them. So I asked how the scene in Vancouver, could I dance or could I, yeah. So how was the practice spot? So he said it's pretty good, and then we could also trip to LA, Seattle, and
Because
we
it's
have
close by to here.
yeah, we have Lobson Square.
So he was already telling you about the legend of Robson Square back then?
He was a b-boy.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
moved back to Japan, but he was dancing with Japanada.
Oh my gosh, that is such a throwback, Japanada.
Yeah.
They did performances for Van Street Dance Fest back in the day.
Wow.
Ooh.
I don't know if I can do right. I think. Don't judge me. This is the first time I
It's
made.
not a burrito, it's a cone.
You know what?
It may-
maybe
yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe like the ingredients have to be less on that side so it can wrap as a cone. But I saw what you were doing, Momo. Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like that. Okay, not bad. Okay.
Not bad, very cute, still edible.
I'm using this one instead.
Look at that. We'll just, we'll just pinch the ends right here.
Oh my god. So when we use the house
There you go.
sushi cone,
Yeah.
we only use rice very little.
Yeah.
So we can make a lot.
Oh
So
yeah,
just,
so that they're little snack bites. Oh, that is such a good idea for like a picnic or something. Like assemble your own little. Oh my god.
Okay, good, not bad.
There you go. That's cute. There you go.
Okay.
Bravo! We're just gonna eat it
I'm
anyway.
gonna give you this
Okay,
one.
I'm gonna eat this one. Okay, so yes, moving to Vancouver.
Yes.
That was in the year 2011.
Yeah.
And then what was the scene like back then, and how did you find yourself like integrating
Oh,
into Vancouver's
my.
breaking scene?
Okay. Back in the days,
Because then I guess I would have come 2 years later, because I moved back 2013. So you were only living here for like 2 years then.
yeah, I think it was pretty welcoming, but at the same time, I saw some not refusion, but it's like
This is good.
the scene wise, the musicality was like the most main thing, even for the breaking. I couldn't find the people who does air powers. That was
That.
only tricky. The air flares, 99s. That was like a big dynamic movement. That was only tricky from NON. Colin. He doesn't dance anymore, but I think he teaches sometimes. He's like one of the best power head back in the day in Canada. And then
These are the very athletic movements.
even
in
in
breaking.
Philip, he didn't do power because no one was doing air power. Everyone was doing a ground power, which is windmill, backspin, tap mill. That was very popular. I think because of the Lobson Square, it's very slippery. Everyone practiced those. Even JK, she's really good at JK47, yeah. Anyways, most of the people has a tap mill, but not, they don't do 99 air flares. Flares, even head spin, I don't see. I can pick only like maybe 5 to see. We had a Mat 1. Who was that doing head spin? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, so like Philip, he does all
Phil
that.
Wizard.
Yeah, he does all of them now, but like back in the days, there's only a few people who was doing it. But we had lots of people who's very musicality-wise, it's really good. Footwork. So like Soul Felons, Blakeaholic, Filthy Feet.
Oh yes, Filthy Feet, shout out.
DRS.
Yeah, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah.
They were so young then.
I battled against them. They said I was so scary.
Who was it specifically that you battled?
I think that was Severin.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. That was like a 2 versus 2. I don't remember. I think we did Richmond.
Oh
Night
yeah.
Market.
Oh
was
yeah,
like a
when there used to be
showcase.
battles there. You know, it's been so cool because the past couple of weeks especially, we've been doing so many interviews with dancers. And even yesterday was our interview with J-Lo. It turned out really good, especially with the tempura. And it's so interesting to hear everybody's like dance histories in their generations. You know, like J-Lo was really sharing about his generation with the crews that he grew up with and who his mentors were. And like to hear from your experience too. And for anyone who doesn't know, Vancouver has had a long history of Japanese dancers coming here because of, you know, the relationship between Japan and Canada, being able to get a working visa, that there's such a big Japanese population here, like to integrate getting work, it's not hard, even if you're still learning your English. So yeah, and then every year we like end up with a new season of Japanese dancers who come.
I'm in that Robson 800, Japanese Canadian dancing group. So I met them too. They helped me a lot too. Specific Yoshi, Eric, Reese. You know, some of them are not dancing anymore. Hanson, Hanson was the guy who was doing Powerhead back in the day. Pretty few people. And we have some Japanese people, so we can get the working holiday visa, which is allowed to work for a year or 2 years now, maybe. So you don't have to specifically decide which company you work yet. You could actually take any work, and then you don't have to work too. Yeah.
And so what made you decide then that like instead of going back to Japan that you wanted to lay your roots here and really be here?
Good question. So I'm from Tokyo. Tokyo is very busy city. And because of my family, you know, we have a bunch of people in the family. Also my, how do I explain
Are you
this?
the oldest?
No, I'm in the middle, but I have 2 older brothers, so I'm the first girl. So I was taking a lot of things to like take care of my siblings. Yeah. Anyways, I was always working a couple different jobs. So I was working at cafe, I was working at the call center, I was working into massage. So I was busy, and then top of that, I was dancing every day. And then sometimes I do dancing until last train, and then the strip at the train, going home, 5 hours, 4 hours sleep, and then back to school or work.
Oh my gosh.
So
last train being what time?
It's like 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then back to, when I go to home, I literally just take a shower and sleep. That's it. Sometimes I slept in front of the bathtub. I was like, because I was like a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I not never, but it's like I didn't question about how my life is. But I was always go, 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 go.
Right.
When I moved here, I realized how much time I could have. So I was enjoying dancing and hanging out with other people because in Japan, I really hanging out other than practice. Right. I hung around with the people who dance at the jam or like at the session, but it's like I didn't have a time to meet up other people because other people are also busy.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's living the
It's
Tokyo
crazy.
lifestyle.
It's a pure pleasure because if you, other people walking like so super slow, super fast, you feel like, oh, maybe I should walk a little faster too, to like matching the pace. It happened in a working way.
Yes.
If your boss is not leaving, you can't leave. You know, those pleasure. I think it's changing better in a way. Maybe,
in Japan.
Yeah. But then back in the day, that was like 15 years ago. It was crazy. Also, when I started working here, I realized some people cheer me for my competition.
They what, sorry?
Cheer.
They cheer
it's like
for you.
Good luck. Enjoy your, not working time. It's very opposite of Japan. In Japan, it's like you have to prioritize your work. So if you're trying to taking weekends off and you go into competition for your hobby, it doesn't look good. So I usually don't say anything. But here, I gotta ask, hey, can you switch my shift? I'm gonna go to US to like,
battle
or like, even just like attend to like go meet people. It's like, oh, have fun, right? Good luck. And then when I come back, how was it? And I was like, wow. So it's like, I think the mentality here, if your life is not filled in a good way, you can't work good. But Japan is like, prioritize your work first. Your sacrifice for work. Yourself is second. So the mentality gets me how I wanted to work in my life.
And this felt like more supportive to how you want to work in life.
Also, like I had more choices. People not judged by your age or the, sex or the where you live or where you're born. It's like, if you want to try something, people usually give a props. Oh, good luck. You don't want to say, you don't want to get, told, oh, you shouldn't do it. Because like in Japan, it's very, I don't know, maybe most of the Asia country, certain age. Oh, you were 25, you should have,
a husband and kids.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or you still dancing? For what?
Yeah.
Did you win? Did you make money?
Yeah.
What is that for?
Yeah.
So that pleasure, my parents didn't have the pleasure, but it's like I get pleasure from
society.
This might be my fault, but at the same time, I still feel same a little. When I go back to Japan, I have to be a little formal. I think which is good sometimes, but like if it's too much, I feel like when I come here, I could choose to be, be myself or find myself. Yeah. So
wow, I never knew that about you, Momo. I've never been to Japan, so I don't. I don't know those cultural differences yet. But I have learned from watching documentaries or movies about the dedication that exists within the Japanese work ethic, which I find so fascinating. But I love that you've been able to come here and find balance and essentially what you said, you could create the life that you want to live regardless of your age or being a woman or blah, 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 all of that. What would you say throughout, because now you've been here for what? 2011, it's now 2024. What is that?
13 years.
13 years. What would you say were some of the most significant milestones for you, whether that be life or dance journey during these 13 years that you've been integrating and have become now really a staple? What's the word to describe who you are in the Vancity scene? You're a pillar,
I think definitely the moment I got in the crew, which is Robson 800. In the beginning, they helped me so much. They opened up my path to connect to other people, and then joined to the Hoodz Crew. I have so many, we have so many, histories. Some of them are very dramatic. But then overall, I appreciate it. They accept me. Soul felons from here, Hoodz from Tacoma, Tri-City. So they welcomed me, and then be brother, and then Diamond in the Laugh. JK47, we had a duo before we get in the Diamonds. Royal Beans, ha ha ha.
Yeah, Royal Beans.
Also, Project Soul.
Oh, yes,
Kim
with
Sato.
Kim Sato, yeah.
So I didn't do contemporary dance for a long time after I quit in high school, but she was the one hire me. She was creating contemporary future street dance called Into the Tao.
Oh, yeah.
So
I heard about this project.
so she was keep hiring me for the shows and stuff. So I appreciate her. That was like I was stepping back to the theater show and stuff because I wanted to do for a long time when I was younger, anyways. And then like those moments step into like a new community or like getting in as a family. So it was really hard decision. I was crying when I found out. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
But then, you know, I think I was going to have anyways, but at the same time, my emotion was everywhere. I was crying to Tasha, I was crying to JK, because that time, I think I got the permanent residency
Wow.
a year ago. So we were going to kick off to like as a dancer, not the massage therapist anymore. So I thought I was gonna have freedom to touring and performing and
like you really
battling.
saw your dance career.
Yeah. Then I found out I was pregnant because Diamonds we gonna go to San Francisco, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, me and JK is gonna do a tour workshop tour. And I found I was pregnant. I was like, I don't know what to do. But then I also wanted to have, I wasn't sure I wanted to have him, or like, but I also wanted to have him. So like that's question in my head. But, you know, overall, he's coming out and he made me, how do I say, me as
Nourished you?
Yeah, because I think I had a postpartum. I didn't realize, but I had it.
Yeah. Was that like depression that existed after pregnancy? Yeah.
Yes. So I had an emergency C-section. I pushed, but he was something wrong, so we had to cut. So I had a 2 scar in here and here. So my body wasn't movable. But then for me, dancing was part of my life. Whenever I get depressed, I have to dance. I get sweat, but I couldn't do anything. And then I thought I was stuck. Maybe shouldn't have said stuck, but it's like I was just stuck being a mom or like lazy.
This was your fear.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to be refreshed. I didn't know how to be, manage my mental, because dancing was the only way. Not only, but it's like the major way to
for you to manage your mental state,
escape from my real life. That's dancing is like not just the joy, but it's like it's also the escape from one stuck position to, So, but then at some point, I realized showing how I live life.
Yes.
He look at me how I live life. That's affect him. Also being happy as who you are. I can't forget myself. It's me. It's his mom, but it's Momo. I'm not Mama Momo. I'm Momo still.
Yes.
So I wanted to be who I am still, and I started doing other dance, not to learn. It's like a hip hop. Like I was part of the Diamond, so I was learning, but at the same time, it's like breaking was too hard for me, so I had to do back to okay, let's learn other dancing style, or like let's learn to other stuff, and then realized in dancing career, we have a different way to be part of it.
Right.
Most of the big girls, we are scared to stop career to have a baby. I have so many questions from the big girls.
Yeah.
When is a good time to have a baby? But at the same time, though, baby's not coming when you wish. It's
the universe dictates that.
It's not like you're, the schedule or like,
make a plan.
agenda.
Yeah.
It's not. But it's like I would say, you know, whatever you're traveling, that must be done before you have a baby. But like at least, you know, your body or like your partner are ready to raising them together. I think it's a good time. Also, we have to be aware there's other way to be in a career or in the community or in a part of the breaking hip hop culture in a different way. It's not just competing all the time. You know, you can be a coach, you can be a participant, you can bring your kids to show what life is. So I learned a lot from being a mom, and then I want to be a human to, you know, the example for him. If you do stuff what you passionate about or love, you can go through the life no matter what. You know, it doesn't matter you have a responsibility life or like a mom or parents. We still need to be happy anyways. So yeah, I don't know, my wording was like a little
It's okay. I feel like I understand your sentiment. You know, I also feel very emotional hearing this story because right before we started the interview, Momo was trying to remember if I got to be around, because I've been in and out of Vancouver for so many years, whether I was around when she was pregnant. And I was like, I remember this time we were at Sam, and Rupert's old place. It was a party for them, but Momo was pregnant, and I was like she was hormonal crying. I'm crying, holding her belly, being like, I can't believe you're pregnant. Like, you're having a kid. And, you know, Haruto is such a blessing to the street dance community. I remember when he was
He was the first one.
Yeah, he was the first one to like of the community. Like, you were the first person to really like bring a kid to Robson Square. And this kid was raised by all the uncles, all the aunties at Diamonds in the Rough. And like, we would be in different parts of Robson Square learning dance. I would be like in the hustle corner or the Vogue corner, and then you would be practicing on the rink, and like I'd come over, take a turn with Haruto.
I was like, can I hold him? Like, yes, go ahead, I gotta practice.
Haruto with his earmuffs, and like all of us like, look, your mom's dancing. Like, don't cry.
That's fun.
You know, he was so young and like this chubby little. But yeah, like witnessing you through your journey, being that mom, and it's even more interesting to hear you. Like, those fears, I think, exist with every mother. Is like that, like, can I do this? And how will I do this? And like, especially as my body being part of like my career and part of like my artistic expression and part of like my therapy. Like, how do I reconnect with my body after pregnancy? And yeah,
it was tough. It wasn't easy, but we kind of, you know,
I mean, if anyone's seen Momo dance recently, like, you're pretty much like after you gave birth, you were already at Robson, you were already training.
Oh, I can't dance Robson anymore though. My back hurts. So the link is hard.
You're retiring?
Now I'm like, I used to dance like every day.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, I need a studio who is the wood floor spring.
Yeah, sprung floors.
I want to have a longevity, so
that's smart.
Whenever people ask me a music video, I have to ask, are you gonna do it on asphalt? Even like a little thing, because it's gonna affect my body.
Yes.
So I'm a little being smart about like how I taking my job or you know prioritize taking balance. You know? Yeah. I wanted to say taking balance is like a harder thing in my life because I'm a single mom. So I have to take a balance what I want to do and what he wanted to do and what we needed to do in our life. It's if I'm on too much what I wanted to do, he suffers. Yeah. And then if I stay with just what we needed to do, we don't have fun. It's like, we should do this on time, you should go to school every day, or you can't be late this one, or because, Japanese or Asian society, we have lots of expectation, also like lots of, the rules. And I'm okay, some of them I want to follow. My mom is like, oh, this clothes doesn't look good for your, the sports day. I'm like, oh, whatever. whatever he likes it. But it's like, you know what, you know, so,
Yeah.
but I want to respect what he want and what I want and what we needed to do. So like taking balance is always hard. Sometimes we fail, but it's okay.
Yes.
I like the feeling we don't have to be perfect in
Yes.
this country or like in a Western country maybe. Because my mom is very perfectionist. I am also pretty perfectionist. And
Yeah,
Catholic
I mean,
girl.
it's really embedded in your culture, right? To take so much pride in that. Sidebar, this is the first time I made goma.
Thank you. Yes, goma ae.
And so I would love if you sampled this with me.
Yes.
Yeah, so what I did to make this was I blanched the spinach, and then for the sauce, I used these roasted black sesame
Ooh,
seeds,
roasted.
and I used a mortar and pestle to crush them. Then I added some miso and
nice.
soy, tamari, and instead of sugar, I've just been using maple syrup because I love maple syrup.
Nice, good to
But
know.
yeah, here, maybe it needs more sauce. I'm saucy and I'm bossy, so I like.
Well, like I love saucy.
Yes. Okay, here you help me,
Thank you.
and I want you to try it. You be the first. Yeah.
Oh, it's
You want a big piece? Ha ha. Yeah. It's good. Oh yeah. Even with the use of the maple syrup. Sometimes I've had this and it tasted like too much peanut butter. But there's not even peanut butter in the ingredient, it's the sesame. But there are times where it tasted too sweet. But I like the flavor of the miso in it. So easy, and you get your iron.
Yeah, I love spinach.
Yeah, I feel like it was last year at Redbull BC One when you were asked to judge, where you've been judging battles for a long time, and within our culture, to be asked to be a judge is because A, you've earned your stripes, you've won battles, but B, it's also who you are in the community, and that people will trust your opinion and judgment of literally who won in a competition. And usually there could be more than one judge, or sometimes there's just one judge. But I remember seeing your judges showcase, and it was,
Is it in Toronto?
I don't remember if it was.
Oh, this year?
I don't remember when. It was a Red Bull event that you did.
I judged final one time.
Yeah.
But I competed the year before.
Right.
And then last year I competed again and then made it to the final too.
Oh, okay.
This
So
year.
maybe it wasn't a judges showcase. Maybe it was.
Was the battle?
Maybe it was you
In the
battling.
Vancouver? I judged this year in Vancouver though.
Okay, no. Last year. There's so many battles.
Okay, maybe
so
the
we're like a
final.
decade.
Maybe or the top four against.
Yeah, it was the
Tiffany.
one that happened in the SFU.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that was you entering. So I remember seeing you, and like it had been a while since I'd seen you battle, and I just remember thinking to myself, I'm like, wow. And I think I said this to you after. I was like, Momo, you've really come to a place where it feels like you have nothing you need to prove. Like from the confidence, the connection to your opponent, the connection to the audience, the judges, the music. Like I really felt you had reached a level where like she has nothing else she needs to prove to anyone. I would love to know from you, when do you think at that point in your breaking journey where you're like, I feel like I've made a certain point, like accomplishment that I feel really good about and proud about, that anything I do now, you were really breaking for yourself, and there was an energy shift that I noticed in you in like your presence. And
I feel like I think it's not coming from a result I made. It's more about after I traveling along to the world. We don't have to be the winner, but we have to be the challenger forever. So we connect all the people, not necessarily challenger, but it's like you just represent, So winning is not the goal we are. It's good to have a set goal to want to win because you want to be better. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I am battling myself, not just towards the opponent. I'm battling towards them. Let's say at the final in the Redbull, I lost to Emma, but I lost myself. I already knew after the battle I'm lost. Even though maybe it could have towards me, if I'm lost, that feels I'm lost.
Right.
I was like already gassed out for the third round.
Yeah, because you're tired, stamina.
I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
So those are like very obvious, but at the same time, I'm pretty satisfied with what I did. I wanted to show who I am because those Olympics is happening right now. All the younger kids, all those athletic b-boys and b-girls, not all of them, but trying to just being like a dance sport, just a dance sport. And I wanted them to know there is a culture. It's a culture and it's an art. I wanted to show this is my breaking. I've been doing it. I wanted to provide, present to everyone. So
what it could look like and what it means for you.
So I was happy. I was just made it to the final. Everyone see my dance at least. You had it. You get forced to watch anyways.
Yeah.
Whether you like me or not. Yeah.
So you have to watch.
So I was happy. So I think after traveling all over the world, make friends and then make connection. I really appreciate the hip hop made to my life.
Like what the hip hop culture did for your life.
Yeah. So I think maybe that feeling make me a little different. I always still get nervous or still get a little those feeling when I battle. Yeah. So I'm not. Yeah. I wouldn't say. Yeah. It's like it's not about winning. Like I still wanna win. Otherwise I don't compete. Yeah. If I don't do the good preparation or if I don't train, I don't wanna compete.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to judging, if I can't do a good judge showcase, I don't wanna judge. In the breaking culture, we have like calling, call out.
A call out.
I got called out sometimes too, but I'm here to sit. I'm gonna look like a little girl, but I'm confidently sit. If you wanted to call me out, I'm gonna do the round if you want to. That's
I'm
like
gonna battle you.
Yeah, because otherwise, I respect all of them to compete, and I'm not doing easy job as a judge. Judging is hard.
Yes.
I don't know. I think judging is very underestimated. People watching in the video, people like, oh, what their judge are doing? Oh, they got robbed, blah, blah, blah. But you're here to judge in live, and you have to make the decision in 10 seconds, 3 seconds. It's a hard job. And you can't miss anything. I hate people talking to me when I judge, even just a little, because I'm very focused. Anyways, so for me, all those journey, being hired as a judge, being hired at the exhibition battle. So exhibition battle is usually very fun.
Yeah.
Show your stuff.
Yeah.
Exchange.
And you get paired with somebody that people really want to see you dance against.
Yeah, so like all of them also performing, like I get involved a lot of performing too. So I found breaking or dancing is a little different outlet for me now. So I think that's why it showed in the battle, maybe.
Yeah, that you're connecting with your art form in a different kind of way. Would you say that in your younger years, the competition was really towards the opponent versus yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but at the same time, I had to go through the process anyways.
Yes.
Otherwise, you never know.
Yes.
I had a lifetime, but at the same time, you needed to, like, let's say I got separate,
Yeah.
But I think that's like one of my best or like a 3 top decision I made. You had to go through, otherwise you never know what you learn. So I appreciated what I've done. Yeah.
I have actually been in Momo and Ghana's 4-week progressive called footwork and floor work, where we were learning a lot of house footwork, and then we were learning floor work, which is house floor work, but a lot of things that you also incorporate from your training and breaking. And yeah, I honestly really loved it. Like, I love how you teach.
Thank you.
I was nervous and afraid because, you know, like breaking is really...
She did a really good job, actually. You know, she is not, you know, called as a dancer specific. Oh, you did so good.
That's so sweet. Yeah, it was like, you know, from her massage background and like, you know, and I've been learning and training also in like yoga and Pilates. So understanding how we activate certain muscles. And I love that we did exercises to activate the muscles that would then correspond with the moves that we were learning.
It was like, again? Oh my God, again?
Yes. But it was great. And I felt like, I was able to connect with my body. Also work from a place of like supporting myself from potential injury, you know, not wanting to injure myself because we are in the 30 plus wisdom club over here.
You're going to be 40 next
January. Yes. The auntie uncle squad of the dance community, you know, we're graduating to that level. But anyways, Momo's an excellent teacher. If anyone wants to learn, it's actually super accessible, and that she really breaks down each of the moves and trains our muscles to be able to execute. So yeah, I'm really stoked that I got to practice all my baby cartwheels that I haven't done since gymnastics.
Good. She did a rainbow.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, so my major in university was sports science. So I learned about the body mechanism.
Yes.
And then I also got the license of a junior high and a high school PE teacher.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You were a PE teacher? So that's what you meant. Oh my gosh.
I did a 3 weeks practicum in my school.
Oh my God. I've actually been having these thoughts about how we should have adult PE classes all over again, where you just like get together and you're playing different games, but you have to be 30 or 40 years old. Like, you have to be that
That would
range.
be so fun.
Adult PE class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Momo, we're at, what's up?
We have some people.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah,
Who's
so
tuning in right
We
now?
got Ash Utadi.
Oh, Ash from the house dance community.
He
Yeah.
says, I really found the discussions between the cultural differences between Japan and Western countries really enlightening.
Nice.
And then we have Panda Grills.
What's up, Panda Grills?
Hi.
They say, big respect to Momo,
Thank
always
you.
been super prominent in Vancouver's breaking community.
Thank
Yes.
And they have a question. How does Momo feel about breaking becoming part of the Olympics?
Oh, okay.
Everyone's gonna ask that question.
Good question. I actually really happy breaking is in the Olympic because everyone could see it. More people can see the breaking, what breaking is.
Yeah, on the world stage.
Yes, I'm really appreciate the people who is part of how the breaking
Is becoming
categories
yeah.
go right way. They're trying to music fix because I heard back maybe like 2 years ago the music all about do 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 do.
Yeah.
They couldn't use certain music.
Oh, the DJs were restricted.
Yeah, because the copyright or something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
So like they can't
Yeah.
broadcast.
Right.
So, but then I think they fixed DJ Freck, DJ T. They did really good job. Yeah, and then we also get more sponsors. So that means you get more job, you know, as a dancer. Because 10 years ago, it was impossible to just being a dance work,
Yes.
you know. But then newer generation, they can make money or they can live as a dancer because we get more sponsors. So I think it's good things breaking going to Olympics. But at the same time, I wanted to younger generation or not even younger people, but it's like if you're just going to just towards Olympic, you are missing something. So I have some friend, bigger Ayane. She was a Japanese bigger. She was very close to top 4 in represent Japan, but Japan is like so crazy level of biggers.
Yes.
So she couldn't make it. But what she was saying very inspired me too. She was happy just make Olympics journey to be part of her breaking journey. She was towards a Olympic, but then it was also part of breaking journey. So it got together, not just towards Olympic.
So you mean to say she was motivated by being in the Olympics?
Yes.
But then through the journey of training towards that, she really started to become part of the culture.
Because every time, Olympic journey is really hard. You have to work, like, I know some people quit the job to make travel to like practice full time. But then, some people just maybe, how do I say? It's like a burnout after Olympic, which is understanding. But at the same time, breaking is breaking. It's a culture.
Yes.
I practice every day for nothing. We don't get paid for 20 years. Ask old generation. Yeah. They did breaking because they love breaking. They did hip hop. They did the culture because they needed part of their life. We didn't have any, you're going to be Olympian, or you're going to get paid for 500.
Yeah, couldn't even imagine that back then.
Why they keep doing it? Those passion. They keep the passion. So I respect them. Also, like, I wanted to show that those generation who didn't see that part, we are here. And then there is a way you enjoy breaking in this way too. It's good to, like, you want to be Olympian. That could be a motivation, but they needed to know how they start, and then how we have to keep the art and the history. It's not just a sport. It's good to be a dance sports. Yes, it's good. Like a gymnastics, we practice like athlete. So we practice like athlete, but we do like art.
Yes.
So
you're the artist athlete.
Yeah, but I think going to Olympics is really good. I'm very excited to watch Phil Wizard, also Japanese friend Ayumi.
Yeah.
Oh, Ayumi.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's my older. She's like 42. Ayumi, Ami, Shigekix, Hiroten, all the other homies in the scene. Also, props to other organization to support Olympic. And whoever didn't make it, but going through at the end, congratulations, everyone. I didn't choose to be on the path, but I think it's really good to have the breaking in Olympics.
So is it Phil who's just the only person representing Canada?
Yeah. Emma was very close. I also wanted to shout out to Emma. She's really good. I'm very proud. She's like, I'm very excited for her.
Momo, thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your story, sharing sushi making and the food that you make.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. I was talking about how Japanese society is, but don't get me wrong, I love Japan so much. I go to Japan once or twice a year.
Yes.
I love people. I love food. I love all the, polite society. I just don't want to work there. Especially in Tokyo. Working in Tokyo is like a crazy. I don't want to get in the train.
I think that's the beauty of, like, being able to experience other parts of the world, right?
I learned a lot.
You learn from and you learn about other cultures that you can also, like, still embrace and appreciate your own, because obviously there are probably some things you're like, Canada, Canadians.
For sure.
Right?
My mom was complaining about how bathtub is very low.
The what?
Bathtub is
the
low.
Bathtub.
Because we put the bathtub onto the shoulder, but it's like here, so we don't get warm enough.
You really have to lie down?
Or the hot shower stops at some moment, it get cold. There's not enough tank. She complained about, I have the same feeling. Where's the onsen?
Yeah! Let's go find an onsen, Momo.
Anyway.
All right. Well, thank you everyone who's tuned in on the show, who watched this episode and learned more about Momo. This has been a Jazzy production, episode 70.
Wow.
Personally, my last interview for this season. I feel very good about it because summer is here. But yes, much love to everybody. You have been watching Vancity, Beats, Eats, and More!